Hello everybody, it's time for some weekly guidance on the 28th of October, and this will be applying for the following week. Today I'm going to use these Animal Oracle cards which came from a magazine that I subscribe to. Very useful, and every now and then they send these lovely little Oracle cards through the post to me. I thought, well, let's make use of them, see what they have to tell us. So as always, this is for our highest good. Let's see what comes out. I just come back from the gym not too long ago, so I'm feeling nice and energised. But I should sleep well tonight. Okay, so what the first one that comes out, I'm going to go for 3. 1, 2, and the third. Last but no means least. Right to the end. So, I mean, there are words on these. I may refer to them or I may not, but you know me, I'm very much into my visuals. So I'll try and pick up what we've got. A bit of duality with this because I've got like a sense of stillness, but I've got a fluttering of wings. So it's kind of like make your mind up. So I see this. Well, there's no wings, but there is certainly a nice big lion's roar. So that's kind of like, and yeah, I'll kind of get where it's coming from there, because obviously a lion will sit there quietly until he wants to be heard, and obviously it's a male because we've got a nice big like throaty roar coming on here. Not particularly looking where he's going, it's just like a big release. So to me this kind of like is like release. So at the moment all those things that have been building up, sometimes we have to release them. Now do this in a constructive way, because obviously sometimes anger is a way of release, but I don't recommend anger because that would lead you to rage, anger, whatever, and that's not too clever. But by all means certainly release what's inside. So to me this is, like I say, release those pent up emotions. A great way of doing that is like what do I know, okay, I'm bridging what I'm doing, is like go to the gym, and when I used to train at karate, it was the best ever way of getting rid of those pent up emotions was literally to train, you know, spar, whatever, and because by the time you finished you are absolutely, all those anger, it's gone because you've destroyed them in the gym or whatever you want to do, or in the dojo. You don't have to be quite so active as that, but find something that will work with you, even if it's a walk, a little jog, a run, something like that, just to get things moving. It's like a release of those emotions. I mean, you can probably do it through meditation as well, release and let it go and stuff. But me personally, on my level, I like to do something a bit more physical to like kind of like work. But whatever works for you, because obviously some of us have mobility issues or health issues as well. I mean, I have health issues myself, so I can't train as hard as I used to, but I can certainly still train. And sometimes it's hard for me because when I'm training well to really give it everything, and I thought, well, just hold on a minute. But by all means, find your way of release, let go, and just let go. And it's like it doesn't have ownership over you anymore. So kind of what I'm getting there, it's like a release. Okay, what we got here? Well, I'm getting all kind of goosebumpy up here. That's really strange. No, don't usually get that. It's like taking the mantle off. So obviously imagine you're a priest or a sort of like someone in a robe, and you're just taking this robe off, and it's like showing who you are. So this is, to me, is like being in the spotlight a little bit. Don't be afraid to step out and be individual, be a bit different. So what we got? Okay, we've got Crow and Magic. Well, a crow's certainly not afraid to step out and take what he wants, is he? He's going, or she. If they see their food, they're going to take their food. And this is kind of what it is for me. It's like, don't sit in the background and sort of hide behind everybody else. Sometimes you do need to step out, and to me this is more artistic. It's not about being confident or anything like that. It's more being an individual and really embracing your creative side a little bit. And because obviously the magic for me, really, for me, is like getting the old paintbrush out and crafting, drawing, whatever it is. Obviously every one of us is different. Me, my passion, when I should do more of it, to be honest, is writing. I love writing. I'm no artist. I mean, if I draw, it looks like a little stick man that Gary 5 years old wrote, you know what I mean? That's me. But writing side, I haven't done it for a while. You know, I've had quite a few stories published here and there. mainly online, I'm not going to lie, but I've had printed work done as well, and it's very gratifying, but also it's kind of like you're birthing something, you're bringing something to life. So why not, what your artistic flair is, and deal with it, or and really let it to life. Now, it doesn't matter if it's professionally status, whatever it is, but really just embrace that side of you. So it could be dance, for example. Your artistic flair might be dance. It could be anything at all. It could be DIY. If that's your hobby, that's your passion, why not? But it really is, for me, is creating stuff and get it out there. And it really is for you. It's your benefit. It's like birthing your creative side. I'm very much a believer in mind, body, spirit. And I have now finally working the body. I work the spirit a little bit, but mind, yeah, room for improvement for me there. And that's, as they say, these cards apply for me as much as you guys. So really look where you could analyse, where you could work at, and see what you can do. And finally, we got jellyfish. Now I'm looking, and I'm actually seeing a face there. Okay, that's interesting, because I see a face right there. It looks a bit like Groucho Marx, actually. So this is how I work. It's kind of like me. I'm very much one for metaphor. So even though I get a jellyfish, for me, Groucho Marx makes me think comedy. So this is laughter. Laughter is one of the best things we can do. The more you laugh, the more you can sort of like G your spirits up and raise your vibration through laughter. Now, I'm not going to say just laugh like a buffoon. It's like anything that goes along you just laugh at. No, of course. But to me, it is more about embracing joy, bringing in joy rather than sort of like grumpiness, because we have a way of looking at life that can be very sort of like, imagine you wake up in the day, you go to work, and then you got a choice. Now you can come with a bit of positivity, say, yeah, okay, I'm at work, let's get this done, or you could get, oh, for God's sake, another bloody day like this. Look at the difference. And that is kind of like how I see that. So it is bringing in joy to what you do. It's like even whatever, say if you're doing your artistic side, for example, and you are sort of painting away, but enjoy what you're doing, rather than just sort of say, here's a splodge there, splodge there, splodge there, here, I'll splodge that, here, here's me work for this. You've created something, but you haven't put your heart and soul into it. So it is kind of like really embrace it and enjoy what you do. That's kind of like what I'm getting now. But yeah, really enjoy. And here's a little tip for you guys. It's like, and this worked for me because I was feeling a bit down in the dumps a little bit myself. We all have peaks and troughs ourselves, and life's been, could be better in some aspects. And I was just feeling a bit like, why do I bother? That kind of attitude. But we have a choice. When we wake up in the morning, we can kind of say to ourselves, am I going to get myself up, or am I going to be like, well, whatever. It's kind of like the same thing that I'm getting with that. So be like that jellyfish, bring the laughter, get your Groucho Marx mask on, and see the joy, see the goodness in the day, and shine your light. That's kind of what I got for it. So let's just recap briefly. That's like a release. So let's release that pent up stuff through, it's kind of like I say, I was getting fitness for me, but whatever works for you, really release that. Indulge your artistic side, get your arts and crafts out, whether it be that dancing, whether that's writing, drawing, or whatever works for you. Embrace it and enjoy it, and laugh. Have a laugh in a sort of like in raising your joy, raising your vibration, guys. That is it for this week. I hope that is of some use to you. As always, if you want a proper reading one-to-one with me, or healing, because I do the healing aspects as well, as you may well know, drop me a line, send me a message, and we'll see what we can do. And on that note, I will cease it there. Have a glorious week. Much love to you all. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.